Okay, I'm gonna go back here. I know I said Glorfiak Mines was my next highest priority, but again, I just want to explore around here. I feel like I'm missing stuff here. Oh yeah, there's these Tron decounts that I have to get. This is another thing I can interact with. It's a 2-digit number that we need to input to sort of power this thing up. I have no idea where we're going to find that. Not a clue. Yeah, so this thing is very similar to the thing we just saw with the mountains on it. Don't know what the deal with those is yet. We're probably going to get one of those blue pillar things, which... Oh yeah, the store's still open. Okay, of course it is, yeah. Oh, but we're probably not going to be able to go through here with this in its current state, right? We're going to need to change it back. I think, yeah, I was wrong about there being a portal that would allow me to circumvent this. Yeah, okay, I have to turn that back. At some future point, we will change this lever again to be to this area up here. But for now, it still feels like a while yet before we're going to be able to use that rail cart. So I'll change this back again. We will change this back to here for now, still. Still in this part of the game, where I do not quite know what's going on up these stairs. I suppose we could go to the Harbor Watchtower and just look at the controls there. I did, you know, kind of go up there, but didn't really interact with anything because I felt that I was just kind of getting in too deep there. So that's something that I could fool around with. And of course there's the entire Scarlini Towers to explore. Maybe we'll find something of note there. So let's head back through here. Yeah, this whole area is pretty poorly explored. Oh, okay, is that the Volk Tower for this place then? So these Volk Towers, I kind of assumed that they were going to be like so far out in the ocean we wouldn't be able to see them. But no, they're right here. Like, they are next to the islands. We can't reach them because they're offshore. You know, we don't have a boat. But they are here. These are the Volk Towers, I assume. Right? This game is beautiful. Like, I have no idea what the, you know, general consensus on this game is going to be, if people will like it or if they won't like it. But, it cannot be argued that this game is not beautiful. This is a beautiful game. I don't think I even went this way. Hold on. I definitely did not see this before. I was not exploring this super thoroughly, to be clear. You know, there's a boat here. We can get in the boat. Something tells me we are not going to be moving this boat, but we can get in the boat. Okay, we cannot go over there to whatever that is. Man, it's weird. There are all these places like this where I feel like I should be able to step forward and inspect things, but I cannot. I don't know why. Oh, is this the rail cart? Actually, not the other one. This is a rail cart, right? Huh. So, one of these two rail carts probably goes to the, dead-end track that doesn't go anywhere, just crashes into the ocean. That might be this one, or it might be the other one, I'm not quite sure. Neither of these levers do anything. Oh, hold on. Ah, it's wedged shut. Yeah, this is wedged in here. Possibly to prevent anyone from using this because it would just crash into the ocean. Yeah, same for this guy. Huh, okay. I'm guessing this is probably an important safety measure that we really do not want to undo, and we would be best to leave it alone. Of course, that goes counter to puzzle game desires, which is, to just get everything unlocked, but... So I briefly went into this building. This is the... I have this written down. I have a sketch of this from the very beginning of the game. And actually, there was a note in the Glorfiak mines explaining how to use this. So maybe I actually kind of want to go there and review that before really messing about with this. But let's just see. That did nothing. Oh, it's another one of these. We've seen multiple of these now. There's another one right next to the portal. Zoom out. Hold on. Or go this way, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm a big boy now. I can touch these controls. What did that just do? Oh. Huh. Oh? Huh. That raised the gate, but then it just lowered it again. Can we see that again? I think, yeah, that's the boat on the lower left there. So we can raise that gate, but it just lowers again. That does something with that cart. Okay. Interesting. I'm guessing that the notes at the mines is probably going to clarify that a bit. So we can open this gate, and probably there is a way to get it to stay open. We can also do something with this guy, but it's unclear why we would even want to, because I think this is just going to go, off into the ocean. And the levers there are jammed, so that we're not allowed to use it anyway. So I don't know if that's actually useful. And then there's this guy. Just does nothing. Those are the only controls here as far as I can tell. Nothing else in here. Oh, hold on. What's this? Okay. That turned something on that goes into this guy. Does this button do anything now? Oh, we've never seen one of these lit up before. Huh. I don't know what that's doing, which is worrying to me. I am concerned about that. I mean, it seems to be in the, quote-unquote good state, but what did I just do? I am concerned that I might have messed something up just now. I'm getting a little bit more bold with, the buttons I'm going to press. Okay, so there's a pipe here. It goes through this eye portal, meaning there must be another portal somewhere where a pipe comes out, and I have to be on the lookout for that. Yeah, no idea. I do not know what I just did. And there's a pipe that goes down there. That's, to open that gate, I'm sure. Okay. I don't know how, tough this game is going to be on just, fooling around like that. Like, hold on, there was... Okay, there's nothing to climb down here. It looked for a moment like you could go through this gap. Yeah, I don't know if this game is going to punish me for just doing things willy-nilly without really knowing. In Myst, it would never, but in this game it might. I don't know. I don't know if these things that I'm doing really have consequences, or if I'm free to just play around with these contraptions without really understanding them. Yeah, we have this here. Huh. There's a whole walkway there. Hold on. I've not accessed this walkway. I've not been on that. I can see it there, but I've not been on it. I've definitely not been on that walkway. Can I access that walkway? Hold on. I can kind of see it from this angle. I think the point of these towers is probably primarily to draw my attention to that walkway. Yeah, I can see it there. It's blocked off from this side. Huh. I have no idea how you get onto that. There doesn't seem to be any surrounding path to it. It seems to just be in the center of these towers, but it's totally blocked off. It's right in front of me right now. This thing's in the way of it. It's directly in front of me. Can I get a better view of that from somewhere? Hold on. Can I... Oh, hold on. I think I see it. I can go left here. Yes, yes, yes. This leads over here. I've not been here either. What is this? Okay, this requires a Paida. Unclear which. It is not marked which Paida that is. Okay, that just goes back where I was. So there's a ladder there, but, kind of leads to a blocked off thing. What is this? An elevator. That just brings me back down. Okay. Okay, so don't press that one. That's just the way back. Anything else on the screen? You wouldn't have an elevator to nothing of consequence, right? Yeah, okay. What is this? Okay. Oh. Salt? Mason, I have installed a new system into the remaining binoculars on the watchtower opposite. Important data referring to the symbols required for the Neyyah. So the watchtower opposite, that's got to be the harbor watchtower. And we're meant to put... Is that one of the spores that we picked up? The withered spore? Is that what that's showing? Not quite clear in this diagram. But it's telling us to put something there, call this leopard. And then there's a system in the binoculars in the watchtower. Okay. Alright. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I forgot. This is the button to go down. Alright. So there are binoculars in that watchtower. I didn't see any binoculars. Let me look again. The watchtower is right there. I might as well. Looking for a pair of binoculars in this watchtower over here. Now, hold on. When he says watchtower opposite, is he referring to this watchtower or this one that's broken down? Also, I'm noticing now that door, it has a Paida symbol on it. Is that the clue for the Paida that we're supposed to put in the other thing? It's a not allowed sign that's completely horizontal, and it has a triangle that points downwards. But I do not see an energy level on any of this. Okay. So binoculars. There's binoculars here. Binoculars. That's not binoculars. This allows us a great view, but it's not binoculars. That is not binoculars. Okay, I do not see binoculars. I do not know what he means by binoculars in this watchtower. This might be a clue for a Paida that we're meant to use, but it's unclear to me. I do not see any binoculars here. I don't believe I missed anything. He could mean this tower off to my left here. Maybe that's where the binoculars are. I can't get there. The game won't let me climb this ladder. It's all busted down. I suppose that's the reason I can't climb it. Because I can't move forward here. Okay, even if I could, I probably wouldn't want to climb this ladder, or wouldn't be able to. So... And there are still notes in the Glorfiak mines about that tower that I need to review. So I probably should before I venture any further with this area. Although, you know, I honestly don't know what they could say that would be useful, because I've basically touched every control in that tower, right? What else is there to say about it? Oh. This is an active point. But I was going to say, I'm guessing this is the symbol for the Volk Towers. Because it just kind of looks like them. I have nothing else to base that on, it just kind of looks like them. Where did this portal go again? Was this the portal that was useless? It kind of just went to the backside of the dome? I think it was, right? Let's go here one more time. Just to confirm that I wasn't being dumb, right? This is the dome. So I think this is the elevator, yes, with the broken button that Vamir wrote about in his journal. Let me just quickly bring that up. Okay. Yeah. The elevator at the Felicia Dome has been shut down. That's probably what I'm standing in right now. I understand Small X's frustration at this. Even so, those Pelska vines will consume the entire dome before too long. I warned him countless times not to use Religium metal. Those vines won't shroud anything Small X blew to nail with. I just hope I can speed up work with the Felicia roots before this happens. I'll replace the button as soon as I can, but the Vol cabinet on Felicia Island must remain accessible in order to retrieve the correct symbol for the Neyyah gas system at Logic Tower. That reminds me, I must fix the cabinet sensor. All other 3 sensors seem to be in good working order. So, okay. Maybe that's not in this area. I don't know. I'm assuming this is the place he was talking about when he said that. And we can look up here. Nothing of note up here. Yeah, we can't even get a good shot of what's behind us. Yeah. So I don't get an inventory cursor when I'm mousing over this, which tells me there's nothing I can do about this. You know, you might think you could pick up a button somewhere to put on there and the elevator would work. I don't think so. I think I have to rotate this dome to get in there. I think. But I don't know. I keep confusing this eye with the one that's like right next to where we started, right in the starting area. I keep thinking this is that eye, but it's not. Hold on. There's a ladder there. Oh yeah, because there's a creature blocking our path there. I would very much like to explore that. Is there something that we can do about this guy? Can we just walk past you? I would like to walk past you. We don't get any inventory item indicator, so I guess this guy's just kind of here. I don't know what the point of this is. Maybe we can bring it food? I don't know. But no, wouldn't it give me the inventory gear cursor if we were able to do anything with it? It must just be there, just as, you know, as information for a puzzle. But I cannot conceive of what that's going to look like. Man, this game has a way of making you feel like you have not accomplished anything. Right, I kind of wanted to scan around this area for, I think, the indicator of where that portal is here somewhere? Didn't I see that somewhere? I'm almost certain I saw poles sticking out of the water somewhere here. This is the rail cart. I think that was in this area, right? This is the boarded up thing that we cannot access. Yeah, it's boarded up. We're not allowed in here. Yeah, and we found a map of this area here, actually. Maybe it would be worth re-inspecting that, because why, you know, we have a map, you know, just like built into the game. Why were we given a map? It's been a while since any of Smolix's men were down here at the Neyyah factory. I'll keep the symbols. Okay, that's probably the symbols that we need to access this, whatever it is. There was something, the Logic Tower, right? Anyway, I'll keep the symbols hidden for now on their associated maps, in case Nisa needs to get the portal working. Oh right, the Mahili portal. Yeah, I don't know how to uncover them. Oh, salt? I didn't even realize this was a saltable thing. Hold on. Open the rock. Okay. This is... I recognize this area. This is the hard left turn area. Open the rock. We have to go out on the beach here. Open the rock. Open the rock. We can open the rock. Okay. That's also something we can put salt on. I'm glad I noticed this. Drain the tank. Drain the tank. And we have a symbol for a number. That number is 2. And that's where that is. Hold on, that's the portal? Right there? By the dome. It's by the dome. The portal is by the dome. And we have to drain the tank to get to it. With the power of the number 2, somehow. Okay. The first of these is probably easier. Open the rock. This has just given me a new goal, a new motive. I was obviously, the next thing I was going to do is go back to the Glorfiak mines. You know, after I determined that the portal was not here, but now I'm realizing... Now I've been given, you know, a newfound purpose. And actually, do I want to go this way? It would probably be faster to go the other way. I need to, you know, get into the habit of going this way so I can skip that long, you know, vehicle ride. Okay. Go here. Yeah, I love the animations in this game, but this is the point where I am starting to skip them. Because I have seen them enough. I usually don't skip animations in these games too heavily. I'm still gonna avoid doing it too much. But, you know. Go this way. Go through here. Also, I haven't forgotten that in the options there is a quicker travel option. But I'm still against the use of that for now. I'm not going to use that. Okay, we are here. So this is where the map is referring to. It's off on the beach here. He said, open the rock. Okay, there's this. Now is this the thing that he means? Open the rock. Is this what he means, or is he referring to something else? Open the rock. This is the only thing of note around here, really, that I can see, unless... Oh, hold on. Ah, that's so sneaky. I would have never found that. Such a pixel hunt. Ooh. Man, I could have found this ages ago if I had just thought to look closer at that map. I didn't even question it. Okay. This is on me for not discovering earlier. There's things on the wall here. Is that not important? Okay, we can zoom in on this. That is a lot of text that I could theoretically translate, but I think I'll wait until I have the item to do that. These are the symbols we saw at Minerva Point. That is a tower. There's so much stuff going on in this drawing. I don't even know how to make sense of this. I'm sorry. Maybe this one will make more sense. That's the symbol for Neyyah. There's 2 towers there. Those are probably the 4 rulers, right? Oh, is that what these faces are? They're the 4 rulers of the land. The symbols at Minerva Point, I mean, that we saw. That would make sense because they were in that area. And this is probably their names. Yeah, with this amount of text in the game, I have to imagine that they do not want you to hand translate all of it. Wait. So this is a minecart, actually. This is the 3rd minecart that we've seen. It's lined up against an eye portal like this. Can we use this one? We can. Is this a good idea? I do not know. Okay. I do not really see the necessity of the minecart here. Why could we not just walk through this eye portal? But okay, sure. Where are we now? Oh. Lavandis Zone. This is the Velotron machine, right? This is exactly what it looked like. Those are numbers. That's 10. This is what? That is 5. This is probably 1. I'm guessing that's 1. Oh yeah, that would make sense. This is on the left side, right? It's a scale. So it's 1 to 10, 5 in the middle. I so badly want to translate what these things are, but yeah, okay, this is a scale. I am almost certain this is 1. This number on the left is 1. Because it would make sense, right? This confirms what I was thinking. This is 10 because it's 1, and then this little dot is the symbol for 0. I'm so certain of this, in fact, I'm just gonna put it in as my symbol for 1 in my table of numbers that I have. Which gives me both 2 and 1, which are the numbers that I need to know for the Pelska portal whenever I figure out how to actually enter the combination into the Pelska portal. Well, that's locked. Okay. No idea where this scale needs to be. I would guess at 5, maybe, because, you know, that's a specific marker, but no idea to what amount that needs to be filled. And hold on, I just saw it in the water. That is my destination. Right there. That's it. It's here, the Lavandis Zone. It's right there. That's it. That's the portal that I'm trying to get to. Okay. So that's just under the water there. Okay, so this is immediately, you know, kind of useless to me because we can't get in that door, but there is stuff here besides that. Hold on, I walked past something. Does this accept a... Oh, we can't access that. Okay, whatever it is, it's just decorative. Aha. Okay. So this is, you know, top secret. Whatever this is. Like this area, if Smalllock saw me here, it'd be very bad news. I'm assuming, you know, assuming that we want to help Mir. I'm guessing we do. Oh good, we're about to get another message. Well, this is... Okay, The path ahead of us is busted down. We probably can't get across this. And that portal does not look to be in great health anyway. Alright, sure. Man, I wish I could translate this text. Where do we find the item to get to translate that text? Is it in the Scarlidi Towers? Is it hiding in the Scarlidi Towers? Because there's all these pictures here that look like they're going to be relevant lore, but we can't translate the text. And I'm assuming the game would not be so mean as to tease me with, you know, an inventory icon here without an inventory item that can translate that text. I'm assuming. I'm guessing it's not that hostile. Like, I don't even really want to read these right now because I don't have the item for it. Yeah, I'm not going to pay these much attention right now. I'm making the decision to pay them more attention once I have the item to read them. That is the only thing here as far as I can tell right now. So we will leave. Okay. There is a building over there. Have I been to that building? By some other means? This is in the Lavandis zone. Oh, what's this? Probably another active point. So that I can quickly get back here. If I knew how to use the Pelska portal, which I do not. Okay. Obviously, we're gonna have to do something with this. There's a path up there. Presumably we get there through this door. So, this scale probably needs to be correct. It needs to be set to the right thing before we can open this door. I'm not currently sure how we would even fill this. There is this pipe going off into the water here that leads into this. And there's another pipe actually coming out of this building. Where does this go? We see. It just kind of goes into the ocean, just dumps out into the ocean. Okay. So really, okay, the only way I could see to interact with it is via that pipe, which goes into the water. Oh, hold on. There's another thing there. There's one marker here, and another marker there. Okay. Right. Because I did see... So this is the Velatron machine. This is what I wrote down as Velatron machine. And then I have another symbol that is a pi symbol. That is the Mahili portal over there. Okay. Mahili portal, Velatron machine. But of course they're out in the water, in the middle of the water, right? So I can't reach either of them. Oh, there is another pipe coming out of this. It goes back into that place over there. Wait, can we follow that pipe? It's kind of difficult to see. It's at a weird, awkward angle to follow. Yeah, it's right there. Can I look up here? I cannot look where that pipe goes. So I don't quite know where that goes, but it goes somewhere over here. So probably related to this building. It's probably related to what's in here. But the portal in here is busted, so I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, so this whole area seems to be kind of off limits right now. But that's not surprising, because I could have accessed this a long time ago. Doesn't seem to be any other hidden rocks, right? So this is just kind of in the middle of the Lavandis zone, which, I believe I accessed this area somehow before, but I don't have a great idea of where I am on the map right now. Yeah, I don't really have a solid idea of where in relation to everything else I am currently. But this is a super highly important area that must be kept secret. And man, is it bold of Vamir to put a map leading to it near the Payeta factory, but not actually in the secret office, and just out in like a post box for Mason to access. With the salt trick, but nonetheless, very bold of him to do that. Well, okay. Can we close this rock formation? Because it feels really bad just leaving this open. But can we close this again? Can we make sure that Smollax does not see this? No, we've already clicked on that rock. It's just open. Okay, that feels like a very bad thing to leave open, but we're leaving it open apparently. Well, the last thing I'm going to do today, I'm just going to go to the Glorifiac mines, but I'm not really going to, dig deep into them yet. I think I'm just going to go there for the start of next play session, because I want to go to that building where there were notes about the Harbor Watchtower, but then I'm going to quit after that. Quit this play session, move on to the next. So, we will go there. Go, 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 go. Through this portal. Go, go, go. Okay. We will go... no. I went the wrong way. The Glorifiac Mines is the yellow one. It's, what I called the Bill Cipher Triangle. Yeah. So, the building I'm thinking of, it's straight ahead. Just go straight there. Oh, hold on. Wait, there's a door right there. Can I go through that door? I guess not. Okay. Yeah, it's this building here that I was thinking. Yeah. So there's a bunch of notes on the wall here. Hangar systems. Wasn't there something about the watchtower here, or no? Maybe I'm getting confused. I thought there was notes about it here. Didn't I discover notes about it super early? There's nothing about it here. I thought that there were notes about the Harbor Watchtower here. Where did I see notes about the Harbor Watchtower? Oh, did I even explore this area at all? Behind this door? I don't think I did. Yeah, I'm just speeding through this very quickly because I kind of want to quit here. This leads to a whole other mines. Hold on. This is a different mine shaft. This is not the same mines that I came in from. Or no, it is. Oh, I just went out the door. I went out the front door and thought it was a back door. That's what happens. Okay. I got really confused there. Okay, yeah, this thing continues to confuse me. Yeah, because this is now the way that I came in. It totally feels like I just went straight through it, because I never actually pressed the backwards direction there. But no, okay, this is the same area. I just got very confused. Okay, this is where I want to explore next. Next time. But for now, I am going to cut it. I did a lot. Again, this is a heavy reading episode. I did a lot of reading, and I don't feel like I actually solved a lot of puzzles. But I have to assume that a lot of this knowledge is actually going to become useful at some point, and that there are just some super tricky puzzles that I'm going to have to solve using all of this knowledge. And it's just kind of building up to that. So I will see you next time. I'm very excited to actually get into the real meat of this game. I still feel like I haven't quite struck that yet. So we will see. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.